Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. It's nice to meet you if I haven't already met you. My name is Ryan. This video is bringing us once again into the manager's office. It worked out pretty good the first time. Had to do a little bit more editing than I probably would have liked to kind of cut out some of those clacky feet. A little bit of bird chirping, but I mean, hopefully it's not too bad. Maybe one day, I can kind of up a little production value. But for now, this is kind of what we're working with. And so far, I've been really appreciative of everybody tuning in that has tuned in. I've got a little bit of a collection update for you. There's still a couple of things that I'm waiting on coming in, but with the mail situation and everything going on right now, maybe a little bit. So let's just kind of do a quick video because there are a lot of stuff that I've got to talk about today. Today, we're joined by Crow T Robot. I had the TARDIS in the previous episode, so I kind of figured, at least if we're in the manager's office, I got this nice little table, that hopefully she's not minding me using, and we'll kind of just go into everything. I've got some online purchases that I made from a few different places that I've been holding on to for a while, like a quick Target run and then a quick Dollar General haul of all things. So let's go into some of the random online purchases that I had made. Pretty much all of these are blind buys for me with the exception of a few titles. So we're going to go into them pretty quickly. We'll just kind of show off a couple of things here and there. The very first one that I've heard a lot of talk about this movie over the years, and I've never checked it out before, and that is Don't Breathe. I'm really happy to check this one out. I know the general consensus we have from the twisted minds behind Evil Dead, which I'm assuming that's gonna be the remake. Well, it does say produced by Sam Raimi on here, so okay. So, three young thieves fight for their lives after breaking into the home of a blind man who has a dark side. Blind man portrayed by Stephen Lang. So, really happy to check this one out. I've heard nothing but good things about it. So hopefully I'm in line with everybody else. So that is Don't Breathe. This next one that I've got here, I've seen in videos from people that subscribe to Horror Pack. I think that's a phenomenal service. Unfortunately, I just don't have enough of the disposable income to subscribe to that sort of thing. At least not at this very moment with everything going on, unfortunately. But I had seen this one pop in, and of course, it just sounded phenomenally interesting and kind of right up my alley. And that is Bloodfest. I know with this one we've got like this sort of like a teen slasher movie, very much in line with Scream, by kind of playing into classic and modern horror movies and horror tropes. We've got a whole festival surrounding classic horror movies and classic horror movie icons. I mean, we got the red balloons right there on the cover. So really happy to have this one. Check it out. Rooster Teeth has a handle on this, which is really interesting. But so from this one, I'm just expecting a lot of over-the-top gore, a lot of ridiculous scenes, and a lot of humor. So this should be a really fun one to check out. Again, that is Bloodfest. The next one that I had was, I believe this is a VCI release. If I can remember, yes, VCI. I had never heard of this movie before, and that is The City of the Dead, starring a very dashing Sir Christopher Lee. This is 1960, and what's really interesting about this one is that this has technically both versions. The original UK release, it was titled The City of the Dead. In America, it was known as The Horror Hotel. And there's only I believe a 2 to 3 minute difference between what was cut from the UK release when it was released here in America. But we do have both of them featured on here as well. So you do have the actual original British version and then the slightly trimmed American version as well. But what's really interesting here, we have some commentaries, a 45-minute interview with Christopher Lee, and then there is a commentary from 2001 with Christopher Lee himself. That is absolutely phenomenal. So I cannot wait to watch this movie and then watch it with Christopher Lee's commentary. So happy to check this one out. Newly restored. It should be absolutely fantastic. Super excited. That is The City of the Dead. The next one that I got was this should be a really, really fun movie, a spaghetti western from, what year was this? It's not, oh, come on. I hate when it does this because then I just look like a fool because I don't know off the top of my head, but okay. This is put out by MBD. MBD did not help me out by telling me what year this was made, and that's fine. Perhaps that's my fault for not doing that research beforehand, but this is coming at ya. It is a 3D flick. We got the 3D and the 2D version on here as well. We've just got a revenge spaghetti western with a man whose bride has been kidnapped and he is coming to take vengeance. So, and just really, really, really cool. So we're gonna get a lot of wild, over the top sort of spaghetti western violence, which I'm super excited to check out. And then just sort of to see what they were doing. It's always really fun to see what the 3D was like. Really so much. I don't really watch in 3D, obviously, but just to kind of see those scenes and how they were filming them, because you can tell what was meant to be 3D. So it's really, I'm just really sort of entertained to see that more so than anything. And I just like the film features many 3D effects, many of which are intended to fly off the screen at the audience. So super, super, super excited to check this one out. This was directed by the same individual that did Django Prepare a Coffin. So I cannot pronounce his name, unfortunately, and I really don't want to embarrass myself or anybody else. So, but spoiler, Django's gonna make an appearance a little bit later on too. But anyways, that is coming at ya. That was so lame. I'm such a lame individual. The next one is a little bit of a teen slasher. Had enough, the price was right. And I was intrigued enough to pick it out, especially since it is a Scream Factory title. Always have faith, and that is Dark Summer. We have a teenager who is on, I believe he's on house arrest. Yes, he is under house arrest for cyber stalking. But then he decides that he then becomes the victim of stalking himself from something malicious and perhaps otherworldly. And now he's trapped into his own house that he cannot escape. I know that we do have an appearance from Peter Stormare in here. You've got the and Peter Stormare right there. It's probably just a small little bit part of me. There he is looking a little bit Peter Stormare-ish right there. right there. So this one, we got some audio commentary, some featurettes, everything else on here as well. No difference between the slip and the regular artwork, but this one, I'm definitely good for like a good little teen horror. It says fun supernatural, so fun. Okay, definitely sounds like it might be fun. Hopefully it's good. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about all of these once I've gotten around to watching them. But that is Dark Summer. The next one. Really, really super excited to pick this one up because this has been on my to watch list for a very long time because I'm a very big fan of the filmmaker, and that is Digging Up the Marrow. This stars Adam Green. I haven't watched this movie, but from what I can tell, I believe that he's playing himself. Setting out to make a documentary about the possible existence of monsters, and he is approached by a man who says that he can prove that these things exist. So very, very excited to check this one. Hopefully we have some fantastic practical effects and makeup, which is in his Hatchet series, which is what I enjoyed so much. I love the Hatchet series. The last one, Victor Crowley, was okay. It was fine. I need to get those movies. I used to have all three of them, but perhaps that's story time. Maybe story time for another day. But my favorite movie of his is actually Frozen, not to be confused with the equally fantastic Disney film, but it is about three college kids who get stuck on a ski lift high up in the air. It doesn't sound like the type of thing that would be terrifying, but man, that movie is freaky. That movie is so freaky. It's just perfect. The tension, the atmosphere, some of the scenes. Oh, it's a fantastic movie. If you have not seen Adam Green's Frozen, I highly, highly recommend you check that out. But for now, I got Digging Up the Marrow, something else to kind of broaden my Adam Green knowledge. Another one. He was a contributor for a short in the horror anthology film Chillerama, I believe is what that was called. That's a fun anthology movie as well. Very over the top and ridiculous, but it's fun. So we got some special features on here, some audio commentary. This is, again, another one that I will be checking out because Adam Green does have some very insightful commentary. So very excited to check out Digging Up the Marrow. This one, I don't remember who put this out. Raven Banner. Looks like Raven Banner put this one out. This was just something that, again, price was right, and it's kind of been on the maybe list because it just seemed kind of interesting. And so, for like I said, when the price is right, I'll do a blind buy, and that is the Demolisher. When he sees you, or when he sees you, no, when he finds you, run. So we've got a vigilante type movie where a man is taking to the streets in riot gear to clean them up, and it just looks like, I mean, we got right up here, lives up to its title and its brutal intensity, and that's just sort of hoping what I'm getting out of this, a little bit of homage to those 80s films. And so this just seems like it's going to be an absolute fun movie, some really over the top kill scenes. Really sort of excited to check out the Demolisher. This one falls right in line with the Demolisher in terms of why I picked it up. Price was right, seemed interesting, and this one was also a Scream Factory release, so another reason why. This is Exterminators of the year 3000. This one, I mean, this kind of has me sold on a lot of things. I mean, it's 1988. I'm way wrong. 1983. So very much fantastic time for movies like this. We've got a post-apocalyptic Mad Max style movie, motorcycle psychopaths, guns, nuclear fallout, synthesizers. So this is gonna be I just think this is gonna be an amazing movie. We have a all about a battle to control the wasteland and the water. So I'm just looking for fun. This movie looks like it's so much fun. I mean, look at that cover. That cover art is absolutely fantastic. And then on here as well, let's look at the original. Maybe this is the original theatrical poster right there. Looks absolutely fantastic. We've got a commentary with one of the actors as well as an interview on here. So look, it's the main actor, Robert Iannucci, maybe. I'm embarrassing myself. It's horrible, but and some TV spots as well. So it should be a lot of fun. Exterminators of the year 3000. This was not a blind buy at all. This is a movie. Funny enough, I've mentioned before that I live in the South, and many moons ago when Hurricane Katrina hit, we evacuated about 6 hours north. The only thing around there is a very rural place. The only thing around there was, your Dollar Generals, Piggly Wigglies, that sort of thing. It wasn't any really big supermarkets or shopping centers or anything like that. And I remember we went into, I think it was probably a Dollar General or something like that, and I saw the old flip disc midnight movie release of this movie. It seemed wild, so I had to pick it up. And I'm so happy to have it again. Like I was talking about in the Second and Charles mystery box video, that there was just so many movies that I've had over the years that I've lost, and this was one. And not only did I get it back, I got it back upgraded in Blu-ray with tons of special features that I'm excited to check out. This is one of my all-time favorite movies. This is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I absolutely love this movie. It's an alien invasion. They have taken the form of clowns. Their spaceship is a giant circus tent. They got the popcorn guns, wrap people up in cotton candy. It is such a wild, out there movie. So much fun. So much fun. Oh man, just holding this movie and just kind of trying to remember all these scenes, and I'm just gonna have so much fun watching this one again. We have an audio commentary with the filmmakers, a bunch of featurettes, deleted scenes, gag reel, a whole bunch of stuff. So happy. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. The next one, I have seen this movie as well. It's been a very long time. This is the remake. I have not seen the original film, but this is this is all about the Phantom 30 years after the Moonlight Murders in Texarkana. That is the town that dreaded sundown. I really don't remember too much. It's been a while. I think I watched this movie back when, maybe in the early days of Netflix's streaming service. I'm pretty sure I think that was about when I watched this movie. And been a while, so I'm excited to check this one out. I'm sure that the original is better, like it is in a lot of instances, but I just remember really liking this movie. And Price is Right, I was intrigued, happy to be able to check this one out again. Again, the town that dreaded sundown. moving right along, moving right along. These are two DVDs that I was able to pick up when we were talking about Django earlier. Funny enough, two things. I've been looking for, I've never seen Django, and I've always wanted to see Django. And I know that Arrow had put out a release of it, long been sold out, can't find it anywhere. I can find Django to Prepare a Coffin, but I want to see Django. I want to see one of the most controversial, violent Westerns of all time, especially with that legacy that it has behind it. And I was able to find, I'm so excited for this. Funny enough though, Arrow is re-releasing an edition of Django, but I have it now so I can watch it. And if, you know, I might upgrade, but $50 for a blind buy, absolutely not. I'm not blind buying for $50, which is what the Django, new Django release is gonna be. But I've got, from put out by Blue Underground, Spaghetti Westerns Unchained with Django, the original with Franco Nero, Django Kill, Kioma, and Texas Adios. I believe that Django Kill is the direct sequel and Kioma is a spiritual successor, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely so excited. So excited to check this one out. Django, the still controversial epic that defined a genre, launched a phenomenon and inspired over 50 unofficial sequels. The one and only Django. And then Django Kill, an odyssey of gruesome torture, graphic violence, and relentless sexual depravity. Hello. One of the most controversial spaghetti westerns ever made. So super excited to check this out. It's a 4-disc set. Each has its own little home right there, a little home. Very, very excited to check this one out. We will probably do, when I get around to watching this, we'll probably do a quadruple feature. Featuring this one. And the next one is one that we'd probably do a whole video within itself. And that is, I had the third film I had in a Dollar Tree sale. One of the I think maybe 2 sales ago, I found it. Didn't really realize that it was the third movie, but of course I'm gonna keep on to it because like I've said before, if I can find one of them for a really good price, I can probably find others for a really good price as well. The original side note, the original movie Outpost, have not been able to find that for a good price because I've got the sequel that I've heard isn't very good, but I haven't seen Outpost and I can never really find it for a very good price. But anyways, I digress. But I saw this with all of this together, so obviously I went ahead and ordered it. And that is the triple feature of Robert the Doll. This has Robert, Curse of Robert, and Robert and the Toymaker. That is the one that I had. I don't know too much about it because obviously with Robert and the Toymaker being the third in the series, I didn't check it out. Probably could have watched it. Probably could have watched it by itself and perfectly enjoyed it or not enjoyed it, but I would rather sort of watch them consecutively. So we'll do a triple feature on this. But we've got a possessed doll, killer doll movie. I mean, everybody likes haunted dolls and killer dolls and stuff like that. It's very much in the lines of Annabelle. I'm sure that this probably started. Oh yeah, definitely. 2015, yeah, definitely. After The Conjuring and Annabelle and everything like that. So definitely sort of moving into or trying to ride on the coattails of. I mean, haunted dolls has always been something that people are really going to enjoy, but definitely sort of riding on those coattails of what Annabelle brought. Because we still got the same thing. Robert is very much like Annabelle, an actual, supposedly haunted doll. So very happy to check this one out. Robert, all three, the Robert the Doll trilogy. All right, moving right along because my feet are starting to fall asleep. I did a quick, I had to go to Target and found a couple of things. 2 are for my oldest and myself, of course. But a couple of them were really cheap prices. This one I paid full price for, but I couldn't pass it up. I've seen it, and I really always wanted it, and now I got it because now I'm just like I'm doing with Doctor Who. I kind of got to she's seen some of these episodes before, but really kind of got to not only relive it myself, but explore it to her, and it's been fantastic. It's been fantastic. It is the first 100 episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants, a massive 14-disc collection. All of my all-time favorite episodes of SpongeBob are on here. I love SpongeBob. I'm only 28, so I remember when this show first premiered in 1999, I believe. Really sort of the final, I consider this to be the final nail in the coffin of classic Nickelodeon, because especially the older episodes, which we're going back, we went back from the very beginning. We've just been kind of watching these episodes and just having a blast. If you really like cartoons and especially classic Nickelodeon, then of course you probably really enjoy SpongeBob. And it's a very, very, I mean, it's a it's a very ridiculous show. Of course it is the Nickelodeon cartoon, but it is very smart and clever. Tons of really, really obscure references too, that even as I've gotten older, I've picked up on a lot more even than I did when I've rewatched some of these 5 years ago, maybe. Super happy to check this one out. This goes pretty far. This is 5 seasons, first 5 seasons. I really, probably around season 4 is probably the last that I remember. And I mean, we're still going with SpongeBob as well. I'm excited for the newer movie. The 2 movies were fantastic that they did. I'm a very big fan of those. But anyways, we have 36 hours, 14 discs. And the discs are packaged very, very well. There were absolutely no loose discs or anything like that. My biggest concern with all these, my biggest problem really goes into that the discs are a little bit too in there to where you really gotta kind of use a fingernail and press down one at a time so you can get one disc out, because as you're trying to get one out and it's not budging, you're afraid it's just gonna snap. So this has some fantastic episodes on here. Some fantastic episodes. It looks like we have 100 episodes again, 14 discs, and it's about $21, I think, at Target. Possibly maybe get it cheaper online as well, but for basically $20 for 100 episodes of SpongeBob that I now have, super excited. Totally worth it. 100 episodes of SpongeBob. This one was $5, I think. $5. We were passing by and I saw it. I've heard mixed things. I know they have a series coming out of this as well, but I really do enjoy the director, very much so. I enjoy his films. And one of the main actors in here, whose name I cannot pronounce, I'm so sorry, but it does have Chris Evans. We do have Ed Harris, and John Hurt, and that is Snowpiercer, a sci-fi post-apocalyptic movie after a post-apocalyptic ice age. I don't know too much about this. Bong Joon-ho of Parasite, The Host. Did he do The Good, the Bad, and the Weird? I think he did. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm no. I'm 100% wrong. He did not do that movie. But what is his name? Song Kang-ho. He was in Parasite and he plays the weird in The Good, the Bad, and the Weird. Very, very excited to check this one out. Like I said, I've heard mixed things, but for $5, yes. If I'm interested and the price is right, I'll blind buy. This one was also $5. I think they had the Blu-ray for $10, but I couldn't find that. And for $5, I was more interested in. I could pick up the DVD. And this is Teen Titans Go to the Movies. This is the feature-length Teen Titans movie, or Teen Titans Go movie. 84 minutes. My wife and I and my daughter really, really do enjoy this show. I was a big fan of the original Teen Titans show as well. And one thing that I've kind of really been noticing, the people that enjoy the original Teen Titans show hate this because of the fact that it is nothing like its predecessor. Even though we have the same voice actors, it is nothing like its predecessor. But it's not supposed to be. And what I love it is that they are constantly poking fun at themselves. They are poking fun so many times at the previous show. You know, they're playing characters of themselves. It is very, very self-aware. And is every episode fantastic? No. A lot of them there are some lame ones. There's some stinkers. But I enjoy Teen Titans Go. I think it's a fun show. And for $5 to check out the movie, absolutely, all day. So very, very excited to check out Teen Titans Go to the movies. So that is everything that I got in the Target haul. This very, very quickly, we're going to run through this because only one of these I've seen before. And this is Dollar Tree. Guys, I mean, not Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Like, I posted on Instagram. I don't know if Dollar General has just been this well-kept secret for finding some great things. because I've just never given them a thought. I've never given Dollar General, I've never really thought, I'm going to find some good stuff in there for good prices. No, I've never thought that before. Because when I pass, if I had to go to a Dollar General, you see the main stuff they have on display. And it's like when you go into a Walgreens to get something and you're seeing, you're still seeing the DVD copy of The Force Awakens for $25. Like, no. But man, I've got some good stuff. So the first one that I've seen before, I have been looking for this movie for a very long time because I'll see it for $5 and, I'll see it for $5 and I'm like, perfect price, but maybe I can get it for cheaper, maybe, I didn't like, I want it, but it's like, even though for $5, usually, again, $5, I'll blind buy stuff, but then there are some times when I'm like, because I know I've seen it for cheaper. So this was the case with this. For $2.95, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Sergio Leone, Clint Eastwood, classic film. And I knew this is, I believe, going to be the very first Blu-ray release of this, which is probably, as I was thinking about this, where we're getting some of these good prices for, because a lot of these movies, because I was passing through and seeing movies for great prices. I was trying not to spend any more than $3 and per title. And I was seeing a lot of very, very good movies, a lot of older movies that I don't have that I could use to fill into the collection. And I was sort of realizing that a lot of these movies have been re-released, have had special editions and all of these stuff that is still currently circulating. So these are a lot of times when I'm looking at as the original, or sort of like the first run, the basic Blu-rays that we're getting on here. We still do have some good special features on here as well. Audio commentary with film historians, a lot of making of featurettes, deleted scenes. They have a whole featurette on the composer Ennio Morricone. So yeah, definitely some stuff on here that I would check out. I haven't gone into my my special features opinion, but one day, not now. But there are some stuff in here that I will check out. So very excited to have this, especially since I got it for $2.95. Come on, $2.95. This movie, I think this was $3.95. Went 95 cents over. I haven't seen this movie for $3.95. It is George C. Scott, who is one of my all-time favorite movies, Dr. Strangelove. He's also somewhere up there. I've got Bank Shot that I got during the Kino Lorber While Supplies Last sale. Still haven't watched that, but I really do enjoy George C. Scott. And this is The Hindenburg, put out. It's a Universal release. This is 1973, 1976. One of these days, I'm gonna get it right. And it's just all about the Hindenburg disaster. So really excited to check this one out. Directed by Robert Wise, co-starring Burgess Meredith. I didn't know that. I didn't know we had Burgess Meredith in this. The Penguin, who's also, I can't remember the name of it, one of my all-time favorite Twilight Zone episodes, stars Burgess Meredith. Absolutely fantastic. But top billing of George C. Scott. And when I was talking about how it's sort of the one of the older Blu-ray releases, you can always kind of tell when you got HD picture, or they say things like experience the blue. That's usually kind of how you know that it's one of those older ones. But hey man, for $3.95 for this movie, absolutely very excited to check out the Hindenburg. This was $1. This was the one that I posted about on Instagram. I have heard about this movie. It's an exploitation film from 1970. I'll find out. I'll show that I'm wrong in just a couple of minutes. But it was the first movie from Roger Corman's production studio. And again, the reputation has preceded itself, and I found this for $1. DVD copy of Big Dollhouse. So we've got the women in prison. Sexy young women struggle against their sadistic warden. Shocking and violent. Film is perhaps one of the most influential of all women in prison films. Again, 1970. Let's see. Come on, 1970. 1971. See, there you go. So I told you I would find out that I was wrong. But this is cool too, because there is a lot of, we have Leonard Maltin's exclusive interview with Roger Corman, so that should be really fun to check out. Digitally remastered interactive menus, which I miss, which is why DVDs are still fine. And plus, DVDs are just fine. But this is what's cool. A booklet. A whole booklet all about Roger Corman. And I got this for $1. I got a movie that I have been wanting to check out, that I've heard about. A fantastic exploitation film, a violent action film Roger Corman's first production under a studio, I believe, for $1. Come on. Absolutely fantastic. Big Dollhouse. This one, I talked about this one before, and I'm telling you, if you've got, and they're falling, if you have young children, I found another one of these for $1. Definitely cannot go wrong. Peg plus Cat. This is Peg plus Cat. Peg rocks. Looks like we have seven episodes and some a few more printable activity special features. It's just a fantastic PBS show, very much math oriented. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because a lot of people don't really want to hear about this kind of stuff that I've noticed. But I'm telling you, if you have oh, Crow, oh, I'm so sorry. If you have young children, Peg plus Cat. It's a good show. It's a fun show. The art style, I love the art style of this graph paper drawing. Very, very good. The last one that we got here, I don't see these very much anymore. Even when I go into like secondhand stores, I don't really see them. These older Mill Creek releases, I don't even see those 50 movie packs anymore. This is an older Mill Creek release. It is a 12 film flesh fest. The zombies. Some fantastic movies on here, movies that I do not own, and of course it's the same thing with all of these. We've got, I think it's 3 discs. 3 discs. Yes, 3 discs. Stacked discs, and it's the same thing when we got like 4 movies on 1 disc. So yes, tons of compression. The quality is only what they were getting because they didn't do any restoration work. But these are, a lot of these movies I have not seen. There's some of these movies I have never even heard of. And I think all of these, for the majority, with the exception of Night of the Living Dead, I don't have in any format. So that's the sort of thing, I mean, to be able to check these movies out at all. We have Carnival of Souls, Dead Men Can Walk, Horror of the Zombies, House of the Living Dead, King of the Zombies, Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, Mutant, Night of the Living Dead, Oasis of the Zombies, The Snake People, Teenage Zombies, and White Zombie. Films ranging from 1932 all the way to 1981. So I really, really do enjoy this because, I mean, and I'm sure there's even, when it comes to a lot of the Mill Creek stuff, I'm sure there's movies on here that aren't even available in any other format. It's very possible. A lot of these movie packs that they did were like that. So very happy to get that one. And guys, that's everything that I've got in this little collection update. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like what I'm doing, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button for more content as well. There's links to my social media and contact down at the bottom. Leave a comment if you have any opinions on anything that I picked up today. But this is everything on this collection update. You know, randomized haul video, nothing too specific, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day.